What's up, guys? I'm just a gamer, and I'm back with another video. It was announced today that Max Payne 1 and 2 are getting remakes, and my very first reaction when I heard this was
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
the reason being is because the Max Payne series is one of my most beloved series. I love those games to death, all of them. I mean, I know people are a little iffy on 3, and yes, 3 is without its flaws, but overall, I adored 3. I thought it wrapped up Max's story so beautifully, and the game itself was also extremely beautiful. But yeah, I mean, I can understand the qualms people had, but I personally loved 3, and and that being said, I love all 3 games. And so when I heard it was getting remade, my first that gut reaction being so visceral was like, "Oh no, please don't touch this series. Don't ruin it for me." Gameplay wise, I don't mind a few tweaks here and there, make it a bit more streamlined, cohesive. I mean, gameplay wise, there is room for improvement. I mean, Max Payne at the time, yes, it was groundbreaking with its shooting and like the way the bullet time, obviously, but it could have been better. And again, with developments today, I can see them making this a premier action game. My fear stems from the fact that they may change the way the story was told, and if not, maybe change parts of the story. And that would be a shame to me. The reason being because Max Payne's story was so perfect the way it was told with this graphic art style. It really gave this gritty noir vibe. And my fear is that in remaking these games, they're gonna try to take this out to update it, make it a cinematic. I mean, it could be good, but at the same time, I feel it would be losing the like something the one of the things that made this game so great and so unique. But afterwards, I found that it was Remedy is actually coming back to make the remakes. Apparently, Rockstar is in a they're in an agreement with Rockstar, and that Rockstar is going to pay for it, but Remedy is going to be making the remakes, and it's going to be in their North Light engine, which is the engine that Control was in. So Max Payne 1 and 2 are going to be beautiful. Those games are going to be downright stunning to look at if they're being used if it's the same engine as Control. That doesn't mean that all my fears are just gone just because some of the original developers are going to be remaking the game. They could still very much well decide to again take out the graphic novel style cinematics or story parts. They may change even parts of the story because again they are the original creators, so they have that right. So I am ecstatic that Remedy is back to do this, but I'm still a little bit hesitant. My hope would be that they would just update the gameplay, graphics. I mean, the destructibility of the Northlight engine was just fantastic, and the gunplay was fantastic, and control. So, like, if they can just bring that to Max Payne, that would be fantastic. But if they would also just keep the graphic novel style along with it, oh man, I would just, that would be my dream. Oh, but that actually brings up another fear. What if they do keep the graphic novel style like I want, but they decide to like update them or change them? That would be a bummer. I loved Sam Lake as Max Payne. In my mind's eye, he was always the real Max Payne. I mean, I love the actors from 2 and 3. I can't remember his. James McCaffrey, believe that was his name. But in my mind's eye, Sam Lake was always the original Max Payne. I just loved it. So it would be a bummer if they change it to make him look different. That would be a real bummer. And I can concede that there are parts of the story they can maybe trim down, maybe the dream sequences they can be a bit more streamlined, story wise. They would don't take as long, and but yeah, like overall, I would want them to keep the core story just the way it is. I would want them to keep the graphic novel style, update the gameplay and graphics as much as you want, but for the love of God, please keep like the graphics, the gritty graphic style novel. I just loved that shit. It was so awesome. But yeah, those are my thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment down below. I really appreciate any feedback, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, take care and have a good game.